What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, we will be checking out the brand new SSR and SSR Plus characters, KISEIA and EDAHN. But before I get started on the video, make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe, and also turn that post notification bell so that you guys can always stay tuned. As when I post new videos, I'd really appreciate it. And if you're new here on the channel, I made a Discord server, so if you guys have any questions, you can join the Discord server by going to my channel description, and I will also post the server link in the comment section down below. But anyways, I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get right into the video. So as you guys can see right here, we have the brand new SSR character KISEIA and the brand new SSR Plus character EDAHN, and their official trailer isn't revealed in the English version yet. Like, their official trailer isn't in the official global version on their YouTube channel. It's only in the KR version, so we're gonna have to wait. But for now, we're gonna have to just go through these rough translations. But I'm satisfied. As long as we get to see how their kit looks, I'm satisfied. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out their trailer. Now we're not gonna be able to read the skills because it's in KR. So let's go ahead and read it though. Alright, so this is KISEIA. So she's going to be a purple unit, which is interesting. She's going to be a purple unit, and I'm guessing she's going to be the same class as Vespa. So, okay, she has consecutive slashes. Wait, hold up. Let's go back. I saw something. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay, so as you can see right here, I'm pretty sure she's going to be like in a similar class as Vespa, because Vespa has the same icon. So I'm pretty sure she's going to be the same class as her. Now, I saw something in her attack. Okay, so that's her. I'm pretty sure that's like her passive. Okay. You see this red aura around the enemy? It's going to be like, it's basically going to tick every second. Watch. I think she's going to be a damage over time unit, because when she did her active skill 1, it did like, you can see like the enemy constantly taking damage even when she's not attacking them, which is interesting. Okay. So she can stun and turn invincible, okay? And then she can go behind the enemy and attack them. Interesting. And this is her ultimate. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like a single target attack. Interesting. So no wonder they released Vespa. I'm pretty sure like the only character that will be able to counter her is Vespa, because she has damage over time, and Vespa can basically counter that. But anyways, let's read her passive. At the start of the battle, the attack power increases per ally except herself. Not himself, but herself. So basically, she increases the attack power everybody on her team, but she doesn't receive that attack power increase as well. It's only for your ally units, but not her. When you attack an enemy with skill, the baby growler appears and leaves a mark. So she has a mark called the baby growler, and when she attacks an enemy with a skill, the baby growler mark is going to appear. When an enemy in the marked state uses the active skill, the marker disappears and immediately seals the target. So she basically has like a stun including her kit, because whenever she places that mark on the enemy, if the enemy uses their skill, they will be stunned and it will be sealed. So that's actually interesting. Now for her active 1, she deals damage to enemies 5 times and causes them to bleed for a certain period of time. I knew it. So yeah, that was damage over time. Interesting. So now they're starting to introduce damage over time units. See, something told me, as soon as I saw Vespa's kit, I was like, okay, why would they release a character that counters damage over time when we don't have a damage over time unit yet? You see what I'm saying? So I knew they were going to release a unit that was going to do damage over time. So considering the fact that KISEIA can do damage over time, I'm 100% positive Vespa is going to be the counter for her. If the skill hits a critical hit, the damage of the next attack increases and the target bleeds until the end of battle. That is insane. So if she lands a critical hit with her skill, her attack increases, her next attack increases, and the bleeding is not going to end at all. Like, the bleeding is going to stay on the enemy. It's going to stay on the target until the end of battle. So yeah, reading her active 1, you're going to need Vespa to counter her, because if you don't have Vespa, your ally units are going to die instantly because she has that damage over time. Now for her second active, she teleports to the enemy with the lowest health, then slash with a dagger to deal damage, stun them, and hide. At this time, if the target's heal is below a certain amount, the damage increases, become invincible while using the skill. So her active 2, she basically teleports, is almost kind of similar to Viola, and she slashes with a dagger to deal damage, stun them, and hide. So not only does she have stun and invincibility, she also has this mark which can seal enemies. So this character, her kit is actually pretty solid so far. Like, she has damage over time, she has damage, she can buff up ally units. She can do so much. So, and plus, if the target's health is below a certain amount, the damage increases. So if your ally units, if their HP is below 50%, she's gonna completely annihilate them. And on top of that, she could become invincible. Now for her ultimate, she becomes invincible for a certain period of time and catches the enemy from behind and deals damage. At this time, if the target has a shield, the shield is immediately destroyed and damage increases. Oh my goodness. Dude, this character is nasty. During the enhanced state, attack power and critical hit probability increase. And if you are involved in killing an enemy, you will be hidden. Oh my gosh. So she literally destroys shields. Her ultimate can go through shields. So, okay. Considering the fact that Hwarun has a shield, like a barrier, will she be able to destroy Hwarun's barrier? That's my question. Because I think there's a difference between shield and barrier. I don't know, but we'll have to see. But if she's able to shred Hwarun's barrier, that's going to be a problem. Wow, this character seems pretty busted so far. She has damage over time. She can seal enemies. She can buff up her allies' attacks. She can basically do more damage depending on how much health you have. She could become invincible. She can stun. She can hide. She could teleport. This unit seems like she seems like she's going to be pretty solid, and plus she's going to be a purple unit. Yeah, she looks like she's going to be a pretty solid unit for sure. Like if you pair her up with Vespa, she might be unstoppable, man, because you're countering damage over time, and yeah, this unit seems really busted. But let's go ahead and check out EDAHN, the brand new SSR Plus character, and of course he is going to be a yellow unit. At this point, I don't know, at this point I just feel like Tower of God, they're just mainly focusing on purple and yellow. That's it. Those are the only two elements that they're focusing on, because there's no way that this game has been out for almost 2 months and we haven't had a single green unit, blue unit, or even we had a red unit, sure, but purple and yellow, they're just going crazy. But let's go ahead and watch this trailer. So this is the SSR Plus. All right, his design looks sick. His animations are really solid. So let's check this guy out. All right, so he has long range attacks. He summons a huge spear, and I'm pretty sure that spear can do damage over time. And I'm pretty sure that's a barrier. And okay, so he summons that huge spear. Now, what's his ultimate? Interesting. Okay, so looking at his animation so far, it seems like he's going to be a unit that he's going to be a unit that's going to do damage over time, because he left that spear on the ground and that spear was doing constant damage. So let's go ahead and read his kit. For his passive, each time the last basic attack hits the enemy, a mark is created, dealing damage and reducing defense. Each time the mark overlaps, an additional effect is applied to the target. First stack, paralysis. Second stack, paralysis and proportional to maximum health damage. 3 stacks, damage proportional to paralysis and maximum health. Okay, hold up. I need to read that again. So, okay. Each time the last basic attack hits an enemy. So whenever he's doing his basic attacks, whenever he's about to end his series of his basic attacks, he's going to create a mark. And that mark is going to deal damage and reduce defense. And each time the mark overlaps, an additional effect is applied to the target. So these are the different stacks that the mark has. So that's actually interesting. So his mark basically has 3 stacks, and they all have different effects. For his active, he teleports in front of the enemy with the highest attack power and hits a lightning strike to deal damage and paralyze them before returning. So he's going to teleport to the enemy who has the highest attack, and then he's going to take a lightning and strike them and then paralyze them before he goes to his original position. You are immune to status alignments while using the skill, and your rapid speed increases for a certain period of time. So he has a speed buff, and also he's going to be immune to status alignments. Creates an inviolable area that lasts for a certain period of time. The inviolable area blocks projectile attacks fired from outside the area and emits electric current to deal damage to attacking enemies. While the inviolable area is maintained, you are immune to status abnormalities and increases. So when you're in, it's almost similar to Kun Mashini. Kun Mashini, she summons a barrier around her, and that barrier can basically block projectile attacks. And when he's inside of that barrier, he's going to get, he's going to be immune to status abnormalities. And I don't know what this is. It just says and increases. But this barrier basically is also going to do damage as well, because it's going to emit electric current to deal damage to attacking enemies, which is interesting. Now for his ultimate, he throws a spear in an invincible state, inflicting damage proportional to maximum health to enemies with low health and stunning them. If the target is paralyzed, the attack is sure to hit, creates an additional mark, and invalidates the target's resurrection skill. Wait, invalidates the target's resurrection skill? I'm going to have to read more of that later. The charm lasts for a certain period of time and inflicts continuous damage to nearby enemies. I knew it. So this guy also has damage over time. So basically, we're going to have two units that are going to do damage over time. So if you guys don't have your Vespa, get your Vespa right now, because these two units, they're going to do a lot of damage over time. So his ultimate, now what do they mean by resurrection skill? Because, okay, we know that the only units that can resurrect themselves is Wang Nan. Wang Nan, he can resurrect himself. And Evan, he doesn't really have resurrection. He only has immortality. So is he going to counter Wang Nan? Because Wang Nan has a resurrection. And reading his ultimate, if the attack is sure to hit, he creates an additional mark and invalidates the target's resurrection skill. So is he going to counter Karaka and Wang Nan? Because Karaka also has a resurrection skill. I don't know. I think Karaka, he just doesn't die. I don't know. But I'm 100% positive that Wang Nan has a resurrection. Because when Karaka's about to die, he just goes back into... He does that weird animation where he revives himself. So that's actually interesting. The fact that he's able to invalidate resurrections, that's kind of crazy. So this guy might be a counter to immortality characters. Now, I don't know if he's going to work against Evan, because Evan doesn't really have resurrection. He has immortality. So I'm going to have to test that out. But I'm 100% positive this means that he can counter Wang Nan, because Wang Nan has resurrection. So we'll have to see. But looking at his kit so far, it seems like he's going to be a pretty solid unit in terms of being immune to status effects and paralyzing, and also basically doing damage and teleporting across the field. So we're gonna have to test and see, but I feel like the most important part about his kit is of course his ultimate, because of the resurrection skill, and also his passive, because he has different stacks to his marks. So that's gonna be interesting. But honestly, I'm more interested in the SSR character, because her damage over time looks insane. The fact that she's able to go invincible, she's able to stun units, she's able to buff up your allies' attack power, and also she's able to seal them and do a bunch of damage. This is gonna be insane. So reading their kits so far, I feel like KISEIA, she's gonna be KISEIA, she's gonna be a pretty solid unit, man. Like if you don't have a Vespa, she's gonna be a problem for sure because of that damage over time. But we're gonna have to test and see. Now for EDAHN, like I said, the only interesting part about his kit is his passive and his ultimate. For his first and second active, we're gonna have to test that out. But I feel like for his passive and ultimate, that makes him more interesting because he's able to invalidate resurrection. But anyways, that's pretty much their skills and their kit. I won't cover their global version because it's gonna be pretty much the same thing. But I'm pretty sure the update is going to happen tonight, so I'll drop a video. First, I'm gonna do my summon video, and then After I do my summon video, I'm going to test them out and see, you know, how they are. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that these characters are going to be busted? Put your thoughts down below in the comment section. I want to see you guys' opinions. But anyways, I'll be leaving the video at that. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. And stay safe, stay hydrated. And I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. Peace.